So on this channel, we talk about late-term abortion a lot. And when we do, we will get this comment frequently asking why we focus on late-term abortion if we oppose all abortion. The idea is that if we think it is wrong to kill embryos and fetuses at any stage, then why do we focus so much on later stages? For a whole bunch of reasons. I'll give you a list. First of all, there are a lot of people who are nominally pro-choice, and one of the reasons they are comfortable with their pro-choice position is because they believe a bunch of lies, and one of those lies is that late-term abortions hardly ever happen, and when they do, it's only for medical emergencies, or when they happen, it's just induction of labor with the intent and result of live birth, and all of that is not true. Second of all, polls show consistently in the United States and really across many nations that people are generally more comfortable with abortion in the first trimester, and they get a lot less comfortable with it as the pregnancy progresses. And we want them to understand that a lot of the arguments used to justify abortion in the first trimester are also used to justify abortion throughout pregnancy. Third, we want people to understand that if abortion was really just about bodily rights, you wouldn't need to have post-viability abortion. You could just have induction of labor with intent and result of live birth, and that's not what you have. If abortion was just about bodily rights, you wouldn't induce fetal demise of viable, healthy fetuses in order to prevent them from being born alive. Fourth, there's the issue of fetal pain. The further you are along in pregnancy, the greater the likelihood that the fetus can feel acute pain. And while all deaths are horrific, the death of a person who can't feel any pain is slightly less horrific than the death of a person who can feel a lot of pain. Fifth is the conflict of rights issue. The abortion debate is about a conflict between the rights of women to control their bodies and the rights of embryos and fetuses to not be unjustly killed. And however you think those rights balance out, the balance shifts more and more towards fetuses to not be killed as the pregnancy goes on. This was recognized explicitly in Roe v. Wade when they said that after the second trimester, the state can prohibit abortion. I think it's immoral to kill prenatal humans at any stage in pregnancy, that's true. But I also think it gets worse the further the pregnancy goes on because the comparative burden on the woman to keep the child alive lessens the entire time. So someone getting an abortion at 28 weeks, or in our recent video at 31 weeks, is worse than someone getting an abortion at 6 weeks because they had so much less they had to do to just let the baby live. And frankly, it's just thoughtless to try to assert that as long as we think abortion is immoral, there are no factors that can make it better or worse. Of course there are. And the pro-choice side implicitly recognizes this, which is why they would rather talk about anything other than elective abortion, and especially anything other than late-term elective abortion. They want to talk about medical emergencies and ectopic pregnancies and miscarriage management and anencephaly and courts coming after contraception and courts coming after gay marriage. Just anything to change the subject from straight elective abortion, aborting healthy fetuses carried by healthy women with no medical emergency, and especially if those abortions happen after viability. They will try very, very hard to pretend that that does not exist at all because, like us, they recognize that it isn't all equal and people are going to feel a lot more concern over some kinds of abortions than others. So anyway, yeah, I am against elective abortion at any stage, and I think late-term elective abortion is worse.